Welcome back. It is 8:42 and a music legend from the upstate takes the spotlight this weekend, and he's inviting the public to come out to a free festival. Fox Carolina's Myra Ruiz is live in Fountain Inn to tell us so much more. Good morning, Myra.
To you, what we're talking about is the annual Cornbread and Collard Greens Blues Festival put on by Mac Arnold himself. And this is something he looks forward to doing every year because not only does he love sharing the fruits of his labor from his garden, but also your music.
Yes, I love playing music. Blues music is one of the things that soothes my soul.
Yes, and getting music to soothe the souls of many is something you want to make sure generations to come can enjoy, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so this is benefiting the I Can Do Anything Foundation. Tell us what that does.
The foundation is for the preservation of music and arts in public schools, and we do blues in the schools and love to donate instruments to students that is worthy of the instruments, and we do that all year, every year.
You yourself got started at music at a very young age, right?
Yes, I was 10 years old when I started playing a gasoline can that my brother Leroy created.
Yes. So we're going to share more of that history later on. But, you know, you started your roots with music were in the church, and then that grew from there.
That is correct. At New Falksville Baptist Church in Honeypath, it's where I got my start.
Yes, and then you went all around the country and the world.
Yes. Yes, we've played around the United States and all over Europe. It's a great trip. I tell you, I just love it.
Yes, and it's this trip that's still continuing. You were at 2 gigs last night, and you have a whole thing ahead of you. But we're going to catch up with you a little bit later on. Again, this is a festival that runs tomorrow from 12 to 6 here in downtown Fountain Inn. Ashley?